Oh, hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's been a long day that I'm gonna wash down with a cold one. Let's have some fun. Yeah, you know, I've been filming a lot of reaction videos and stuff. I think last time I gave you this whole, like, practice schedule, too, where I was like, I'm gonna put 30 minutes a day into each piece. I've been doing that. I haven't been, like, super following it, though. It's been okay. I've been playing a lot of steel string. I don't know. It's just been fun. It's just something different. I'll give you a little taste of something I'm working on. I don't know, yeah. It's just been fun. I've been distracted with it. I'm gonna put this back. I have practiced a decent amount of classical guitar today. I only put in like 40 minutes or so, and I plan on putting a pretty serious practice sesh in right now. What are we working on? Lobe de Trinan. I played it for Brandon the other day. Such an eye-opening lesson for that one when it comes to phrasing. And this is something that you guys have actually mentioned before. In particular, I'm gonna get into some actual comment questions here, but I want to address this one. This is posted by friend of the channel, believe it or not, Harden Berger. He's German because all of his comments he leaves are in German. I think he found me from the Ingve Malmsteen video, and what we have here is someone who really loves music. He clearly does, and he was exposed to me for the first time and did not take a liking to me at all. But I think over 100 comments or so posted, all like kind of ripping me apart. He's sort of grown to like me, and it's happened more than once, which is funny. But yeah, anyways, Hardenberger said, and this is all Google translated by the way, but especially in the Schubert, which you play from minute 16 onwards, it is particularly noticeable that you still only spell the tones one after the other like individual letters instead of forming them smoothly into a melody. Tell me how you really feel, man. I'm just kidding, I know. When it comes from shaping the tone, you're just making a mechanical movement with your finger instead of letting your fingers move with feeling. Maybe it's hard for you to understand what I'm writing, so I'll give you an analogy to show you what I mean. If you want to read the rest of that analogy, that was posted on my I'm Lying to You video, so you can go and find it. It's pretty good. He leaves some insightful stuff, especially more recently. Some of the early comments, he's just like ripping me apart. But that's always fun. I definitely invite that. Yeah, this is a practice log. I do want to chill for a little bit, though, before really getting into it. I'm going to answer some comment questions. I'm going to drink a little bit of my beer and kind of gear up for the practice. We'll see what I end up playing for you. It'll probably be either the fugue or the Sohr Mozart variations. Those are kind of the two pieces I'm really working on right now. Because I don't know, I feel like it's going to be the best use of my time to get at least those two pieces in a place where I can actually present them to Brandon more and more refined each time. I just at least want to get to a place where he doesn't have anything to say about it anymore. Like, for example, the last time I played that C major Sohr study for him, the first few times he had so much to say, and then the last time he was just like, all right, I think you pretty much got everything you need from that one. And now, keep in mind, that's not to say that there's not more to learn from it, because there certainly is. But it's obvious that the quality I played the Sohr study, at least like a few weeks ago, was at a higher level than I played the fugue and the Sohr Mozart variation. So it's more important to address that stuff first and try to get it all to the same level. It's easier to get the Sohr study there because it's just an easier, smaller, one-page piece, right? So there's a lot of work we can do on these huge pieces that I learned. It's going to require, like, I don't even know. I don't know how long it'll take. But I feel like it's not the worst thing ever to just kind of focus on those two pieces mainly. And then just learn Lobe de Trinan from the ground up and just have some guidance on that one as I learn it. That's what we did with the Sohr study. So I like this trajectory so far. School is going to be starting soon. It's the summertime already. I have some students that are in college and they're like back home. They're like chilling with the family. So any students watching, I'm going to be starting school with you coming up this fall. Isn't that wild? Man, I'm going to be moving soon too. Oh, that's going to be such a nightmare. Oh god, I'm gonna have my own room for YouTube. That'll be pretty cool. We'll see how I end up decorating it. Part of me wants to paint the walls black and set it up like a dungeon, or maybe get some like brick, like vinyl, like paste or wallpaper or something. I feel like that'd be cool. Have my own little practice dungeon. We'll see. It'll probably end up just being a room. A room like this one. You might not even realize the difference. So, yeah, but that's what's new with me. Feel free to post in the comments what's new with you. What kind of stuff are you working on? I assume this video won't get as many views as the last one, just because it doesn't have Tommy Emmanuel in the name, so it might be a little more intimate in this comment section. It's hard to get to all the comments, and I talked to my dad today, and he mentioned that a lot of them were kind of nasty on this last Tommy Emmanuel one, which is fine, by the way. I completely deserve it. But, you know, it still doesn't feel good to read. Two things can be true at once, you know. Alright, let's start looking through some of these. Oh, you know, this is an interesting one right here. This one is from Pedro V, 2003. Whoa, friend of the channel. As for practice, I had a piano teacher. Ew. I'm glad to see that it was past tense you had a piano teacher. Jesus, man. You taught me that it's more about how and what you practice rather than the amount of time you spend doing it. That's right. In your 10,000 hours, I can get done what you get done in 1 hour. Boom, suck on that. It sounds easy, but it's not. I was taught to play something as slow as I needed to play it perfectly. Never ever practice a mistake. I was gonna say that I had that realization recently, but no I didn't. I continuously have the same realization, which is the slower you practice, the better. And what I was looking at today, and this is what made me want to respond to your comment question, which, sorry, I should maybe mention this now. I'm all over the place. Here's the order of things that we're gonna talk about. Brandon Aker and what he told me about no nails, because I made a comment about nails, and I'm gonna get to that in a second, and then I'm going to talk about that tremolo piece. Oh my god, what's the name of it? The Targa one. Alhambro, that one. Recuerdos, there it is. Okay, so basically what I said in this video, would I lose my nails for your sins? No one watched that video, so this is actually good that I spread misinformation in that one. But I said that people back in the day, Sor, Targa, they played without nails because they didn't have the technology to have nails yet, because they played on gut strings, which would tear easily from nails, and they couldn't make their nails smooth enough to produce a good sound and all that. And Brandon, being a no-nail activist, took offense to that. He was like, no, Cameron, you're wrong. He spent some time explaining some stuff to me in the lesson, but first, let's actually read his comment that he left. Brandon Aker, friend of the channel, how's it going? Just a small correction for those interested. Guitarists were not forced to use the no-nail technique because of the string technology. Many players use nails on gut strings from at least 1600 to present. Sor played duos with Aguado and talks about Aguado using nails on gut strings in his method. Yes, the thinnest strings wear out faster with nails, but that just means you have to change them slightly more often. He actually told me a tidbit about that too, where they get nicks like in the high string, like he said, with the nails, and apparently they just do this thing. This is good life advice in general, where when there's a nick there, you just stop playing there and you just go somewhere else. And then in fact, if there's enough of them, they leave length here and they just move that sucker down. So then you have fresh string, and that's how they kind of avoid the process of needlessly killing a bunch of animals for your strings. Freaking monsters. You slightly slow down the murder. I'm not a vegan, by the way. I don't actually care. Human gut strings? Anyone? The final Brazilian rosewood tree. That's the wood of the guitar that I have. Whatever elephants are used for ivory, the last one, I want that one. Gut strings, and whenever I want a string change, I have to have another child. Oh my god. And this guitar, if you play it, you die in 2 weeks and you can't go to heaven. That might be a little graphic for this one. That's the guitar that the YouTube money gets you right there. How much does your guitar cost? It costs everything. Sor played without nails because he simply preferred the sound. Targa lost his nails due to an illness, but then says he preferred the sound and had all of his students cut off their nails in lessons to achieve the no nail on gut string sound. Forced his students to cut their nails off. So I was wrong about a lot of stuff with nails, so listen to Brandon, don't listen to me. Try to understand that if I ever tell you anything, it's like, you know who you're watching. Sore hands. I know just enough to be dangerous, not enough to actually be right. So, there we go. Anywho, I was looking at Recuerdos, and every time... And I just filed my nails, so I'm sorry if this is gonna suck, but... Like, why'd I rush that? And I was playing this earlier today. Why can't I just always play at this speed? Like, I'm pretty sure I could get through all of it with very minimal mistakes if I played it like that, but what always happens is I then do that. Yeah, it sounds okay, it's just sloppy, you know? You can just practice. Like that, right? Same thing with other little repetitive studies, like this. Like, who doesn't get halfway through that and it just becomes, like, so sloppy? It's like like, just practice it slow. What is the point of going fast? Like, what are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to be like a little like acrobat and just play some soulless fast music? Is that really what you want? I don't know. I feel like that's part of why I even got like a steel string guitar, because I kind of just have this urge to write music that I imagine people might actually want to listen to. Like, I never listened to like super fast shreddy classical guitar. Like, never ever do I listen to that. Like, when I was 14 and like trying to figure out how to like shred and play scales as fast as I possibly could, never in time, I did listen to that, and I would just imagine that like I was playing it, and it's like, oh man, I want to be able to do that so bad. But I don't know, what's the point of that? You know, not knocking if like that's your thing. I don't know, it just, as I've gotten older, I'm just coming to find, like, as I play more music, if you can't play it musically, what is even the point of playing it? Like, just to show that you can play a bunch of notes in a row quickly? Like, who cares? And not to say that you can't play a bunch of notes in a row quickly without it being, like soulless or without feel or whatever. Like, as long as you're phrasing appropriately, it's fine, but that should be the focus, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm being crazy. You know, I say all that. Like, shreddy stuff is cool, too. There's a time and a place for everything. But, you know, I'm just making a promise to myself. And this is a promise, I've made this before, and it always ends up, like, going wrong in some way. But just, what is the point of ever taking anything up to tempo, unless you're performing it or practicing performing it? There should be no practice that's at full speed. And it's a habit that I see so commonly, especially with students. Just the perpetual rushing that always happens. And at some point in your playing, you're gonna have to just figure out how to stop perpetually rushing. Playing with a metronome a whole bunch, that's probably the answer, honestly. A really slow metronome. Play at the slowest click that you can. Have a click represent 2 beats or even 4 beats. That's all I have to say about that. Alright, let's try to find one more. That's a good one. Elijah Suitors, you said, I hope that's how you say your name. I mentioned that I was drinking a pint of coffee, and I said it's not a stout like somebody else said. And you said in quotes, I'm not that irresponsible. You say as if you didn't drink vodka and pre-workout the other week just because you felt like it.
It's just, we're doing this.
I do often drink whatever I want just because I feel like it. It's gonna catch up with me. I've been drinking for like almost a decade now. Just straight drinking. Like, I drink like it's good for me. And I'm like a health conscious guy too. It's gotta, you know, it's I probably need to, like, put an end to it at some point. I think I started drinking pretty regularly when I was, like, 19. The height of my drinking was probably when I was in my early 20s, and then it kind of subsided from there. I went through, like, a big health kick for, like, a year and a half or so, and then I didn't really drink too much. And then, you know, once you kind of fall off of the health kick, it's like, I might as well drink. But yeah, no, drinking's not good. You gotta put a cap on it at some point. The really messed up thing, like, I haven't been to the doctor in a while. For some reason, I was going more, like, back in the day, but I remember every time you go, they give you this question where it's like, how many drinks a week do you have? And it's like 1 to 2, and it's like, who's drinking 1 to 2 a week? You're drinking 0 if you're drinking 1 to 2 a week. Like 3 or 4, 5 or 6, and then the maximum is like 11 plus. And it says it's like, that's heavy drinking, like you're an alcoholic there. And it's like, that's less than 2 a day. That's crazy. I don't know, what if I had like 20 drinks this week if I actually do the math on it? But I feel like that's not even that crazy. Like, these pale ales, like, you know, they're like 6% alcohol. Like, 2 of these a day, that's 14 drinks, and that's like the highest possible. Like, it's pretty easy to drink 2 beers in a day. Does that impact your health? Probably, most definitely. It's really fun though, and I don't smoke or do anything else like that, so I think that's enough chit chat for now. We can probably get to practicing. I will see you on the other side. Hey, you know what? It's been about an hour, and I only worked on Lobe de Trinan. So why don't I just play that for you, and then we'll call this one a night. And I know that I just played this, but maybe if you've been watching and diligent, you'll hear some differences in how I'm playing it this time. You know, main things to look out for. Phrasing, and that's it. Alright, check this out. You know what? I redid that a few times. I'm just gonna go with the first take. It wasn't perfect, obviously. Nothing I play here is, but I feel I got what I wanted to get across with it, like a lot of the changes that I made. I've learned the first 2 measures of the next section, where it gets like higher and faster. So, you know, I'll probably have more of that next time. But yeah, that's going well. Earlier today, I worked on the soar Mozart variations and the fugue, so I figured I could spend some time on this one. I didn't work on it a whole lot yesterday, so kind of playing makeup with that. I'd like to get that really solid over the next week. That would be good. And yeah, I'm being a lot more loose and also trying to be really deliberate with the vocal melody in that. Like really trying to show you each section of that. So that's the work we're doing there. Anywho, I think we can go ahead and wrap this one up here. So, of course, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. Want some guitar lessons? I'm fully booked right now, and don't feel bad if I don't respond to you. I'm sorry. You know, be sure to state your case and like say what you want exactly. Of course, if you're looking for classical lessons, I can help you out with that. Yeah, head on down over to Rootin's Delight for some honest merch. We got stickers, we got shirts, we got all that. Yeah, comment questions. Feel free to leave those if you have any questions you want me to answer in the chair. That's what I'm sitting in now. And there's a Patreon, and that's pretty much it. I'll see you in the next one.